It's the Audi E-Tron today. The one with the camera mirrors, or so-called virtual mirrors. Side view, gigantic wheels with gigantic brake discs. $265mm wide wheels. This is the camera. It's also a bit adjustable here. You can charge it with Type 2 or CCS on the driver's side, the left side, or you can also charge it here on the right side. Quite perfectly done. The boot. Here we go. Boot space of 660 liters. And pretty much place for the cable. Enough room. Some smuggler space. Spare tire. Quite an emergency spare tire. And close. Electrical. Let's go to the back seats. A lot of space. Luxurious leather. Enough space for my legs. This should be for the air condition and the rear seats. USB ports. 12-volt power outlet. The old people's handles. Glass roof. So let's take a closer look at storage space here. Yeah, enough space. Car papers. Okay, that's good. Some space here. And yeah, this is heavier. This is quite small. Not much space for your sunglasses. Monitor here for air condition. Big monitor. So let's push the brake, start the car. The seat will go electrically to your driver's position. The radio is not what I need. No news needed. Touchscreen monitor. It needs a bit of a pressure, so you can select all road, efficiency, comfort, auto, dynamic. I just keep it in auto, in comfort. This is the home menu. Media, radio, phone apps. Preis? Käufe? Adjust. Sound system stuff. No need. Car. At the moment we have a range of 261 kilometers. Don't know what's up with the range mode. Nothing. Okay. Virtual mirrors, you can see them here. Usually it's a bit annoying, because usually you take a look out of the window and you see nothing. There's a little screen below, like here. It's also adjustable to the left, to the right, up and down. So let's go for a ride and I will tell you a couple of things about the car. gear lever is quite different than you usually know. And let's go in a very silent way. And it has a round view monitor. That's much better. The regen braking is a bit, some kind of tricky, I would say. Right now we still have a it's quite a bit annoying, because when you start driving, the seatbelt starts to fasten itself up. So in the first seconds you feel a bit choked. What do we have? 408 HP. Don't need the bottle here. That's annoying. We have 660 Newton meters of torque. No, 650. Yeah, should be 650. A weight of heavily 2,490 kilos. And the 408 HP accelerate this E-Tron from 0 to 100 in 5.7 seconds. So much for the datas. 95 kilowatt hour battery. That's quite good on curves, fighting the weight and the physics. Quite good, but just the mirrors are a bit annoying. You really have to get used to this. Mirrors are... yeah, fuck off, I don't need traffic assist. The mirrors will make the car, or not the mirrors, the virtual mirrors will make the car more efficient, or better said, more aerodynamic. Don't know if it's more efficient. The Audi E-Tron with normal mirrors has a constant air resistance of 0.28. With that camera mirrors it's 0.27, but I guess that the energy you save with driving more aerodynamic will be wasted by running 2 displays and 2 cameras. If you are going, or if you are living on the motorway, then it might be your choice, but actually it's not really needed. It's just, yeah, for me it's more a gimmick. And the funny thing is that Audi didn't invent this camera mirrors or virtual mirrors. They just picked up an idea that has Porsche tuner Gambala came up with 30 years ago. In 1988 and 1989, the Gambala customers had the option to order also a camera system as a door mirror, but the big difference is the monitor for the camera was in the middle of the display, just between speedo and RPM clock. One thing really good about this car is it's silent. Okay, what should we expect with a luxurious car with a price tag of sticker price, starting price of 79,990 euros, so around about 80,000 including tax for an e-tron without any options. It's also called the E-Tron Q55 because it's an SUV, and it really is an SUV. It drives like an SUV. It's quite comfortable, it's heavy, it's four-wheel drive, it can do a bit of an off-road. But four-wheel drive is just state-of-the-art for winter slippery or muddy roads. It doesn't have the off-road abilities of a Range Rover. Now we're driving 118. Still have 257 kilometers left of range. Lots of people are nagging about the energy consumption, that it's needing around about 28 kilowatt hours with a speed of 130. And especially when they compare it to Tesla. But the big difference is that the I-Pace, the Mercedes EQC, the upcoming one, and the Audi E-Tron, they have only one gear. Tesla Model S, Model X usually, as far as I know, are using 2 gears. So that's quite much of a reason why they just need less energy by higher motorway speed. Anyway, if you want to go as far as possible with an electric car, I would advise you to buy a hydrogen fuel cell car just instead of a battery electric car. It's quite stable when it's getting curvy. But you have to push the brake pedal, and the brake pedal of course is brake by wire like usual. Now we gained 1 kilometer of range just by braking. Mighty fine. So let's go over country road and to my bumpy road to see if the comfort mode is really comfortable. The suspension is an air suspension. You can't get it with a normal spring suspension. The Jaguar I-Pace S, for example, has a normal spring suspension, and the higher option models SE and HSE, it's with air suspension, which is adjustable, but also more expensive to repair and more difficult to repair. Just a normal spring suspension, if you're somewhere in the middle of Transylvania or whatever, and something breaks with a normal suspension, you can still be able to weld it in a farmer's shed. Quality is Audi typical, very good. Good seats, everything is well. Seats are electrical, adjustable. Lumbar support, of course, like it should be with a car for minimum 80,000. Some say electric cars like the Audi E-Tron are heavily expensive. in two ways. First, heavy and heavily. Second is expensive when you compare it, for example, to a BMW X5 with the big diesel engine, and it has 381 HP and 750 Newton meters. So engine power is around about the same. The BMW X5 will have a weight of 2,200 and something kilograms, I guess 2,250 or something, still heavier than the I-Pace, not as heavy as the e-tron. But the funny thing is, an X5 with the big engine costs round about 92,000 euros. So comparing just power and size of the car to other brands, to other SUVs, it still is, I wouldn't say cheap, but it's not as expensive as some people try to make us believe. It's a luxurious big SUV with a lot of space. So in that case, it's worth the money. I'm almost getting, oh, that was a Corvette. I'm almost getting used to the virtual cameras or virtual mirrors. It's really comfortable to drive. Unfortunately, the weather is not nice, but at last the sun isn't burning like hell when I did it. Like it was when I did a test ride with the I-Pace, then we had 38 degrees outside. And the sun was burning down the glass roof. What the hell are you doing? When there are any news about the traffic, the radio will turn itself on. It's kind of annoying. I guess you can adjust it, but I just don't want to start fiddling with everything here. Because I have to stay focused about the traffic. Can you go now? Old Fiat Ducato is not the quickest car of the planet. "95 kilowatt-hour battery should be good," as Audi says, for around about 450 to 480 kilometers by WLTP, I guess. In real life it's more round about 350 with some kilometers spare. Still good enough for me. As I said, if you want to do longer road trips, or have to do longer road trips, especially for business, buy a fuel cell EV. With a Hyundai Nexo you can do 750 kilometers by WLTP and refuel after 5 minutes. Really moving in silence. You feel the bumps on the road. It's still very, very comfortable. The leather of the steering wheel is So far okay. Not as slippery as it is in the Kia e-Niro or in the Hyundai Kona. But your hands, or my hands, don't have as much grip as it has on the leather steering wheel of the Leaf. But this car is not made to compete with the Leaf. This is quite an higher class. I'm having my foot off the throttle, but this car is still going. 48, 47, 46, 45, so there is not much of regen braking. But you can pull the flappy pedals on the side of the car to brake it down just by regen braking. The salesman couldn't answer if I am able to adjust the regen braking or not. Just told me the car would do it automatically. So we are on the bumpy road. Comfort is still good. At the moment I would say this is the most comfortable EV I drove in the last few months. The I-Pace is a bit more stiff, but the I-Pace is a bit more undercover sports car. It doesn't want to be an SUV. The I-Pace wants to be the I-Pace, and that's the end of it. Of course, by power, size, price, we can compare the cars. And an acceleration from 0 to 100, the I-Pace is a bit quicker, almost 1 second. At its weakest hours. Yeah. Acceleration is good. Don't need to worry about that. Anyway, in real life, I don't expect you to go from 0 to 100 at every traffic light. And the view in the car is quite big, quite good. Just want to say that the D-pillars are just quite big. But you also got the round view monitors or cameras when you are going backwards. So actually there's nothing to worry about if you don't have to find a parking place in a small Italian city. Everything will be fine. Still with the regen braking, I have 256 kilometers left. So if you're not driving on the motorway the whole day, the energy consumption is very good. If you're driving like a lunatic, it doesn't matter if you drive a combustion engine car or an electric car, every car would just eat energy like hell. So far, so good. That's the end for today. If you have any questions, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will take this big boy home and hope you have a nice day. Bye bye.